I'm acting so nervous right now, but it's just because I feel like it's very hard to sometimes really speak in your true tongue online to so many people. Like, it really is. Even for the amount of years that under my belt of posting my life online, I still choke up when I'm trying to say something. I'm really trying to rock my natural hair lately. I was originally going to avoid finishing or doing or filming today. I don't know, okay? I feel like let's have a little honest quarantine update. Let's start with the fun stuff. We'll start with the vlog footage. All of this is gonna be fun, by the way. I feel like I should make that disclaimer. Don't be alarmed if you're sitting and you're cozy with a cup of coffee. You will still feel cozy by the end of this, I promise you. Today it is actually April 9th, which means that it is Bentley's birthday. We woke up super early this morning so that we could go for a nice long walk. I would have vlogged it with you guys, but when I say early, I mean like before the sun kind of comes out so that we could, you know, walk without running into anybody. Had a nice coffee. What else have we done today? I had to get some work done, so I've been doing that. I'm actually still finishing up my work for the day, but it's going on about 4 p.m. and I wanted to make Bentley some peanut butter banana puppy cupcakes. So that's gonna be the plan for the night, at least, is to just hang out with Bentley and celebrate Bentley and do all the things that I know Bentley enjoys. Bentley is a cuddler, okay? He would like to be laying on your lap 24/7. So when I do have a lot of work to do, I always feel a little guilty that I'm like sitting at my desk, for instance, and not able to like just coddle him. And I figured we could throw Bentley a little mini isolation birthday party and just love on him so much. I like to take Bentley for like a little puppy adventure when it's his birthday. So 2 years ago, him and I went to Florida. Last year, we went to California and Arizona. And then this year, obviously we're in isolation and in quarantine, so pushed a little bit into September, August. So that's currently the plan, but we're also going on a trip already to the East Coast in August as well. So we're gonna do some puppy adventures still this year when isolation does break. But in the meantime, we're gonna have a little isolation birthday party. So I'm gonna blow up some of these balloons and begin making the cupcakes downstairs and then catch up with you guys. I don't know when, at some point. Okay, so 4 of the balloons don't work. So he's gonna have 4 balloons instead of 7. Beeping! Saturday. I have eye masks on, which is why I probably look just slightly terrifying. I'm just chilling. It's the weekend and I'm just kind of hanging out today. I woke up this morning, had my breakfast, read a bit of my book, did my yoga. I'm really trying to like solidify that I'm not doing any work on the weekend. Hello. Taking my time, going from one thing to another, not trying to fill up my day with too much. So I read for like a few hours. I did yoga for a few hours and just kind of stretched and meditated and laid in the sun with Bentley. And then now it's afternoon, so I just made us lunch. I made myself this like amazing chickpea salad. It was so good. My sister and I have both been talking about posting more vegan recipes to co's, so I'll make a spring chickpea salad recipe on the blog at some point. But yeah, I made that, and then I've been peeling raw carrots and then giving them to Bentley as like a bone because he likes to chew carrots, and then I just kind of snack on those. So I snacked on a couple carrots while I was making my chickpea salad. It's a very bunny thing to do on Easter weekend. I've been really wanting to find something that just like has nothing to do with necessarily being creative or productive in any kind of way, and just something that would be fun to do. The idea of video games kept on popping into my head. I have an Xbox. I rarely use it anymore. I used to use my Xbox all the time, but I decided to turn on my Xbox. You know what? I wonder what kind of games they've got on here. They've got to have something that I would be interested in playing. And I found this game, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to get so deep into the most random wormhole ever. It's called Stardew Valley, and the description is, you've inherited your grandfather's old farm plot in a standard valley. Armed with hand-me-down tools and a few coins, you set out to begin your new life. Can you learn to live off the land and turn these overgrown fields into a thriving home? Okay, and the best part about it is the graphics. Like, A+ graphics. Why does this seem so fun to me? Also, I love that they put such sentimental music. So, the game is $14.99. That's super cheap. I'm trying to do like a no spend challenge with myself right now, so I feel like the Easter Bunny, we'll just say the Easter Bunny bought this. And I'm gonna play this Stardew Valley game for the foreseeable day. It's 11:30 now, so I'm gonna play for an hour, and I'll let you guys in on how it's going. If it's as good as I think it could be, or if the Easter Bunny wasted its money. I love this! Why is this so cute? And then on Saturday night, I ended my night with sushi. I mean, my plan right now for next week's vlog is to be a what I'm eating during quarantine and how to be vegan and like how to grocery shop, how to do all those things. But Saturdays are my takeout day, and so this week I got sushi.
Don't answer the phone, spending the days on my own, then repeats this for weeks to come. I don't care what I miss, 'cause my life is dismissed. I keep searching.
I watched a ton of Outlander, which is the new show that I decided to get into during my isolation. That's another update. And it's amazing. Like, I'm so obsessed. My sister is just about to start reading the books, so I asked her to update me if the books are worth reading, or if you guys have read the books, are the books worth reading, because I'm pretty far into the show now. I leaned in pretty heavy on it this weekend. I mean, that said, I would still be willing to read them, but my reading list is getting lengthy, so I need to be a little bit more particular about the books that I'm adding to it. And then Sunday came along, which was Easter, and Bentley and I decided to have a little isolation Easter dinner.
Before I knew sound more than ever before, keeps repeating my phrases to see if it changes rules. I've gone before, like I couldn't get over, couldn't get over, couldn't get over you, couldn't get over, couldn't get over, couldn't get over you. I go oh 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 oh. I go oh oh.
And my dad has been doing these live streams on Facebook, so I've watched a few of my videos, especially any with my dad in them. Also, why are you adorable? But my dad does live concerts on Sundays, so he plays like his guitar and he just does like solo covers and a couple of his own songs as well. It's so hard when you're working at home, especially. Excuse you and your sass. For those of you guys that are working at home, you might be finding this, but it's really hard to differentiate when you work at home, your on time from your off time. At least that's been my experience. And lately I've been taking a bit of a step back from posting to social media, or like feeling like when I'm doing something I want to try and make it into a story or something. I've just been trying to be a bit more mindful with my moments, and I didn't really do it for a reason or with any kind of expectation. Like, there's no rules to it and I'm not going to do it forever. I don't know. It was just the idea of becoming more mindful in moments, so that even if I do decide to take a story or to take an Instagram or to vlog it, that I'm doing even that experience more mindfully, tuned into the fact that I'm capturing a moment and tuned into my why and my reason for wanting to capture the moment. In a lot of ways, even saying that out loud, I can sense that maybe my reasoning why for doing it is because, you know, when you feel like that pressure to post what you're doing in your life, because it just seems like that's what everybody's doing, like everybody's posting everything they do, so you should be too. And that's not actually written anywhere. There's no rule book that says that when you're on social media, or even if you do social media for your living or for a business, or if you're trying to build a business or a brand, there is no rule book that says that you have to post every day or post like absurd amounts of content. Sorry, I can't talk. I need to root for a moment. I can feel I need a beat. Sometimes there can be this unspoken pressure to create or to post or to just share everything you're doing, or to make what you're doing shareable. Like you have to do everything top notch, Pinterest worthy all the time. Again, nobody's saying this. I'm saying this. Inner me is saying this. Me that has built my brand to where it is to today's moment is saying this. But we need her to calm down, okay? I just feel like we need to quote Taylor Swift really quick, and she needs to calm down because she's being too loud. I'm very cautious about everything I'm doing right now because I feel like I'm changing, and in a really good way, but I also just feel like it's hard. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess. Honestly, I think I'm just kind of over it. Like not over creating. I'm never over that, but I'm over the side of it that comes from like algorithms and freaking shoulds and shouldn'ts, and like something that sometimes bothers me about social media. And again, I don't want to paint everything online in this color because it's not. For a long time, I felt like I was holding myself to this really weird standard with what I would post online. And I guess if I were to classify myself into any kind of genre online, it would be motivating content, yoga, meditation, how to have a good morning routine so that you feel, I don't know, grounded or cozy before, however you want to feel before you start your morning, or things like that. Everything I've ever posted has always kind of been that motivational type-ish. Summarize what I'm trying to say. I can't even say it with certainty, which is concerning. I'm learning how to download the mindful aspect into the motivational side of things, and how to keep who I am underneath all of that, because I feel like I have this platform and I've built this platform, and it is one of these things that I've always shied away from because it's made me feel like, I don't know, like I didn't deserve it for whatever reason. And I know that that's my ego playing its game. I want to be able to stay that motivational, happy-go-lucky person, but I want to really emphasize the mindful aspect. I'm feeling very compelled and motivated and inspired to just create a lot of mindful content. And I don't really know what that actually means. I mean, I do, because I could show you my seasonal outline and 2020 yearly outline of what that means. But I guess I can't explain to you what that feeling is like, because I've been so stuck in this. Even for the amount of years that under my belt of posting my life online, I still choke up when I'm trying to say something. I want to ask for your forgiveness if over the last few years, in my inspiration to motivate you, if that's ever fallen into this, or that pendulum has ever swung too far into that productivity and too far into that motivation, that I lost the feeling and the emotion behind living. Because that's kind of how, holy shit, that's deep. In a lot of ways, that's kind of how I feel like my life has been. Why am I getting emotional? We're back to crying vlogs. Toronto will always hold just this huge piece of me. It really will. But there's a piece of me that grew here that just, I can't explain it, but it's this layer of me that was just like produce. Like, work harder, be better. And it really comes from this mindset of scarcity and lack and feeling like wow, my body's really feeling this. I think that that's even a big problem with maybe society and the world, and just how much it plays into that feeling of keeping us feeling like we're lacking or feeling like we're not good enough. And I've seen it affect me. I've seen it affect people that I love, and I just don't want to be a part of it anymore. And that sounds like so like big and legitimate. I want to keep motivating, and I will never stop doing that, but I'm really trying to kind of shift into the mindful aspect of motivation. And it's been interesting to try and do so, keeping up the same pace that I was on when I was in that overproductive mindset, and just like, you know, like your value and your worth is based on your accomplishments. And so I feel like I've been doing the most for a little while. And it's interesting taking the time to slow down. And like, guys, honestly, this weekend I just shut off my work, and it, like, for real, I didn't know what to do. You could do things, but they don't feel like they're gonna give you what you want, and like you almost feel like you have to do something productive or whatever to make yourself feel chill, and like you can't. Like, that doesn't have to be something that's bad. That's a really good piece of information that something is out of balance. And when I'm honest with myself about those things, like really honest about what is out of balance, it's so much more than just me. But I also feel like I have to balance myself before I can try and help balance the world. It turned into a little bit of a life update. I didn't mean for that to happen, but here we are. We've cried, we've laughed, we've talked deeply about the quarrels of society and life. So not much has changed around here, but being more mindful in these moments is going to help me share those things and share that motivation with a much stronger voice. And that's the transition I feel like I'm in right now. Is I'm not there yet, and I'm okay with that, because I feel like I'm really like deeply unwiring some things and going to like levels deep that I guess I don't necessarily have to go to, but I want to, because now that I see these things and I feel aware of them, I can't just ignore them anymore. And I can't ignore even just my urge to want to change and to want to evolve. I'm still playing devil's advocate to that voice that's like, you know, hey, put on makeup to film, or do your hair, or put on a cute outfit. Like, for real, I'm just chilling in my sweats. Like, this is how I chill, and this is what it is. This is the in-between, the beauty of the in-between. Perhaps if I were to metaphorize this, what was that word? That was not a word. Perhaps if I were to turn this into a metaphor, I'm still in my cocoon, and I'm just about to break out of my cocoon. And every time I say cocoon, I'm always reminded of how much I love the word. Perhaps summer, maybe fall, maybe we'll be autumn butterflies. I don't know, but I really feel like we're really close to, I don't know, our transformation. Why do I keep saying I don't know? Like, own it. I do know. I looked away. I do know. We're all doing it. We're all transforming right now. We're all evolving, or at least I hope we are. It feels like we are. So that's my vlog for the day. I don't even know what this turned into, but I'm happy that you stuck around, if you did stick around. And I really just I don't have notes today. I don't have anything to conclude you with, so I hope you got something out of it. And otherwise, maybe I'm just going isolation crazy. I'm gonna go make some dinner and probably put on some more Outlander before playing a few more hours of Stardew Valley. I'll talk to all of you guys in next week's update. Hopefully it's a little bit more cohesive. Bye, guys.
On my mind, it took days to find